Hi. Have your attention, please. Welcome to the zoning board of September 25th, 2018. My name is Marty Akers. I'm the chairman. Sitting in for the vice chair is Mr. O'Brien to my left. Board member, Mr. Chin, Mr. Himmel. The head of inspectional services, Commissioner Duca. To my left, your right, our clerk, Ms. Murphy. If you have a cell phone or a pager, please put it on silent and vibrate. They don't interrupt the meeting. If anyone wants to speak, please go outside. We have no microphones here. Just don't interrupt the meeting, okay? If anyone's going to testify tonight, please stand up and raise your right hand. If anyone's going to testify. If you think you might testify, stand up and raise your right hand. If you think you might. Go ahead, Mr.
Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, in front of the board this evening?
Yeah, I do.
Thank you.
I have a motion to waive the minutes for the September 11th.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to waive the minutes from the September 11th meeting.
Second.
On the motion, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. All right, everyone here, we got a problem. There's usually 5 people on the board. So tonight you have an option. You can bring your case forward with 4 people. You have to have all 4 people on your side. If one says no, you would lose your case. It would be denied. If there's 5 people and one said no, you'd win 4-1. So I'm going to go through these cases. Everyone has a chance to come back next meeting. I'll go forward tonight. 62 Billings. Now, do you want to withdraw that, or do you want to put it off because there's only 4 people? You have that right.
Then I have to withdraw.
Withdraw without prejudice? Have a motion, please?
Mr. Chairman, regarding case number Z18-28, Cam Huang, for a variance to subdivide the existing lot into 2 lots and construct a 2-family home on the newly created lot on the premises numbered 62 Billings Street, I'd like to make a motion to withdraw without prejudice. Second.
On the motion, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. Case number new business, Z1857, 91 Sheldon Street. You want to go forward, or do you want to?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, we'll move forward with the case.
Okay. Case number Z1858, Pat McKenna. You want to go forward? You go forward, we'll go forward.
I have a question.
No. Case number Z1859, 51 Dome Street. Go forward. Go forward. Okay, what's your question?
I just had a question about the height. He didn't tell me how many
No,
stories.
when we get to that case, you
Yeah,
can ask
that's
those
fine.
questions.
Okay,
When that
thank you.
time comes, I'll give you time to speak and ask any question you'd like. Everyone here wants a chance to speak, you'll get that chance at the meeting. Under new business, case number Z1857, Daniel and Joanne Schaefer, variance to raise the existing house out of the floodplain on premise number 91 Shelton Road, Quincy. Is the applicant representative here?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, my name is Brian LaRoche. I'm representing Dan and Joanne Shea tonight. I'm their designer. I'll be presenting the project to you this evening. I live at 67 Mears Ave in Quincy. This project was flood damaged in the March storm of this year, and as a result, they've decided that they would like to flood-proof their home and bring it above floodplain. So the project is just really taking the existing structure, raising it straight up. There's no new construction of any living area. The only new construction will be the reconstruction of the deck and stair configurations because it's going to be higher.
So you're having the deck in the front and a
Yep.
deck in the back, right?
There's a double slider at the front, so in order to connect the two, the deck is going to go across the front.
And the back.
So we're going to go up 8.5 feet, which will get us 3.5 feet up above the highest flood plain that you can find in the area, which is a BE zone, which is right in the front corner of the lot. So we're just going to that level to make sure that at no point in the future, when FEMA raises the elevations, it will have any issues. So
Let's get the height of the house.
So the height of the house from the grade plane, so the zoning measure, I can give you that here. It's 25'9" from grade plane. The absolute gross from the highest point to the lowest point is still only 31 foot. So it's still not all that tall. It's a fairly short home as it gets. So that's the plan right now. Pretty straightforward. We will be making a little bit of the deck at the back, but it will be contained sort of within the corner of the house.
only going out of quarter, so,
Yep. There'll be a two-car garage underneath.
yeah.
They'll just take advantage of the space that they're going to be creating.
Any questions?
Not for me.
Any questions? No. You can have a seat. Is there anyone who would like to speak in favor? Anyone want to speak in favor? Council?
Thank you. Dave McCarthy, 48 Whitney Road, Ward 1.
By the way, it's the Ward 1 meeting tonight.
Seems like it seems like every night. It's the Ward 1 zoning board. The shades have been there for generations, and as I've been up here many nights before, with various houses along the shoreline, I'm in full support of what they're doing to raise their home to stay here. I think that their design, I looked at it briefly, will just add to the Adams Shore shoreline and the way that that whole area up to Shelton Road flows with magnificent homes. So I think it's a great improvement, and I think it will work, and it will protect them from further weather incidences.
Thank you, Council, and thank you for showing up. I know you're always here, even when you were off, you were here. Those 2 months, you were here every meeting, and I appreciate that, and you being my council also. Is there anyone else who wants to speak in favor? Second call, third call. Call upon the hearing closed. I got a letter here from the DPW, reviewed the above referenced project and have no comments. Is there anyone opposed or undecided? First call, second call, third call, closed. I'll be going, oh, I got a letter here, I didn't.
In favor.
Yeah, it's, let's see, I got some, Stuart Schreier. I know. He's right in favor. Nice letter. I'll be voting in favor.
Likewise.
I'm in favor as well.
In favor.
Have a motion, please?
Mr. Chairman, regarding case number Z 18-57, Daniel and Joanne Shea for variance to raise the existing house out of the floodplain on the premises number 91 Shelton Road, Quincy. I make the motion to grant the requested variance.
Second.
On the motion, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Do you want,
Thank you.
want any of these? Extras?
Thankfully.
Oh, okay. Some people don't. Thank you. Further on to tonight's agenda, Patrick McKenna, case number Z 1858, for variance finding to demolish the existing structure and build a new single-family home, the previous approved ZBA case 12071, and at last, on the premises number 23 Island Ave. The applicant and representative, Rosenberg.
My name is Patrick Rosenberg. I'm a local civil engineer and land surveyor, and I represent Patrick McKenna. He's in Florida at the moment, and he was unable to get a flight back. He wanted to be at the meeting, but he couldn't make it. I'm just going to read a letter that I wrote to the zoning board. The owner, applicant Patrick McKenna, at 23 Island Ave, wishes to demolish the existing 1.5-story single-family home and replace it with a new 2-story dwelling. Patrick McKenna has lived on this property since 1989. The proposed dwelling is not in the 100-year floodplain. The existing dwelling footprint is 522 square feet. The proposed dwelling footprint will be 560 square feet, so they're very much the same. The property has no frontage on Island Ave, and access and parking are by a right-of-way, which is shown on the plan. The zoning board approved this application in 2012, case number 12-071. Patrick McKenna was unable to proceed with construction on the property because of serious ill health. His health has greatly improved, and he is now ready to begin construction. The proposed foundation, building height, building location are all the same as was approved in 2012. In 2012, none of the neighbors objected to his proposal.
It's the exact set of plans that we got in those days, correct?
Yes.
12, right.
So long
What am I
ago.
I I see that they're moving the house back, which is good. Thank you, Mr. Kennedy. Can I see any questions?
No, not from me at this time. Questions?
Did the last guy not pay his bill? Is that what happened? Your left hand?
I took a swing at a building inspector. Not to do.
Does anyone want to speak in favor? First call, second call, Counselor.
Real quick, I took a ride down, I'm very familiar with that end of the neck, 23 Island Ave, that area. Mr. McKenna is only going to approve that area, 23 Island Ave, and there's a few homes up there, and it'll just improve the area down there, so I'm in full support. I don't think that, I think he's increasing it by a small amount of square footage.
30 feet.
Yeah, and I think it will work out well for him. Thank you.
Thanks again, Counselor.
Pleasure.
And coming twos or threes? Woo. Excuse me.
Third one.
Is there anyone else? Opposed or undecided? I have a letter here from, no, she's gonna, yeah, I'll let her talk. That's it.
It's more of a question than opposed.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's neutral.
not yet, 1 minute. I have a letter here from the DPW, reviewed the above referenced case and have no comments. Anyone opposed or undecided? Come on up, name and address for the record.
Oh, my name is Teresa Washington. I own 25 and 27 Island Ave, and I'm in Nevada. I just have a few questions that I couldn't find out from Pat.
Okay.
He told me that there'll be a flat deck on the roof. It'll be a deck home, a flat, this is what he told me. I'm not, I need to find out if that's,
The last one, I don't remember
another
that
one's
at all. I
Marty,
remember it.
Mr. Atkins,
Just
it's
a-
not going to be peaked like this. He told me it's going to be an actual deck home.
Well, Disney architect.
So I need to find, I want to find out.
We didn't apply for that, that's not.
Yeah.
So is that something that will be applied for after approval?
No, it's going to be a regular,
Regular house.
as you just said.
Oh, okay.
No deck on the.
Okay, and secondly, has the property been surveyed? Because I see no survey pegs, I have on the property and I
Right
don't.
here.
Okay, but are there survey pegs on the actual
That's the
property? I
survey
didn't see
engineer,
them.
right here.
It was surveyed 5 years ago, we're just doing the same application again. It will be surveyed when he starts construct, if it's approved.
And then my third question, and I'll be done, thank you for your time, is what's the appropriate 5 feet from the abutter's property to the actual new structure? It's 5 feet by
He's
law.
moving
isn't
the
it?
house to better it. What happened was, I'll show you, come up here and I'll show you where you were. And this is your house back here? No, you're behind it.
I have 2 pieces, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So, here, the house was 10 feet up.
Mhm.
Now it's going back like, it was like 5 feet up, now it's going back 10. This was like 2 feet off the line here, now it's going 5. And it's like 5 here and 3'4" over here. That's the same line they used in the back of the house.
Correct, okay.
So he's saving a piece here, and a piece here, but he's adding this little bit here, squaring that up. See what he's doing?
Yeah, I do, okay,
And then
yeah.
that's going down.
So there's no flat deck on the roof?
No.
Okay, all right, that's what I was inquiring. Thank you for your
Thanks,
time.
Lisa.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else, opposed or undecided? Second call, third call, call up out of hearing closed. How many votes in favor?
Just as I did in 2012,
I'll do it again.
I'm in favor.
that's one.
Have a motion, please.
Mr. Chairman, regarding case number Z1858, Patrick McKenna for a variance of findings to demolish the existing structure and build a new single-family home previously approved by the ZBA case 12071 and lapsed on the premises number 23 Island Avenue. I would like to make the motion to grant the requested variance and finding.
Second.
On the motion, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. You're all set. Case number Z1859, same show? I don't know how to pronounce it, I apologize. Tang Nan for a special permanent floodplain variance for an addition, carport, covered porch on the deck, premises number 51 Dome Street. It's 54 Dome Street, by the way, it's not 51.
Yeah, I think it's just the way the floor is written.
That took me a while.
What?
Yeah,
One.
yeah, but on the application.
No, the application, that's why I found it.
That's
I
why.
was looking around, I couldn't find it.
I'm
I
glad
didn't
it's
know
right.
51, and I looked,
That was like 51.
oh, I see, I get it.
We
The
discussed
applicant
this.
representative here, McKinney, yes, I mean, real quick.
It's me again, yes, Patrick Rose, great.
He's
The owner there, his name's Zilan Chow. So I did write a letter to the building inspector and to the chairman, Marty Akins. He started work before he got the building permit. And he had been advised by a contractor that he could work inside. He proposed to demolish the house. So his contractor had started work inside, and he's young, doesn't have experience at building. This house is for himself, and he was unaware that he should not have started work inside the building. He did get fined $1,600 for doing that, and he paid the fine. And there was a rubbish bin on the site which he moved away, and the building's locked up. So he hopes that that will not go against him at the hearing. So the applicant has purchased a property at 54 Durham Street. The property is in the 100-year floodplain. The existing first floor elevation is above the 100-year floodplain. But the lot is entirely inside the 100-year floodplain. The owner wishes to demolish the inside, remove the second story, and add a second story, and replace the second story. He also proposes to add an addition to the rear, which would be 6 feet, going out 6 feet from the house, 6 feet by 20. And he also wants to add at the front a covered porch. He's going to have 4 feet at the front. He also wants to add a carport at the side of the house, and he wants to add a deck 20 by 10 at the rear of the house. He's replacing an existing deck. So he wants to, there's 5 things. He's going to add a second story, replace the existing second story, add an addition at the back going out 6 feet, add a covered porch at the front going out 4 feet, and add a deck to the rear, and add a carport for parking at the side.
On the carport, how is he gonna hold this up 2 feet from the property line? It's 2 feet from the fence.
I think with carports, he's going to have a roof on it.
Yeah, he's gonna have 4x4s or something off there, right?
Yeah,
And he's 2.5 feet off the property line here, and maybe 3 feet down there. And he probably has 2 feet each side of his house, so I can say late night coming in there ain't gonna work. It's not gonna, I just don't see it working to the neighbors. Unless there's a better way to hang that up, I don't know how you're gonna do it. Maybe the construction of the building, you can have overhang coming out 8 feet, and then, but, you know, it's,
well, he does have parking on that side right now.
I know.
And he's not married to the carport. If you know,
Mhm.
if you approve it, you can possibly approve it without the carport. He doesn't have to have that.
No, I'm just thinking about, you're gonna have these boards sticking up, and they're gonna be ugly, they really are, unless you're gonna do something. I don't know what your plans are. You're gonna have 4x4s sticking up in the air, 10 feet, 12 feet.
He probably doesn't understand.
You speak English?
Yes.
He speaks English, but slowly.
Carport, top roof. You're gonna have these 4x4s sticking up 10 or 12 feet, right?
Yep.
kind of ugly for the neighbors, ain't it? What are you gonna put on
Can you leave it at the carport?
it? No, I mean, if he does it right,
Yeah.
you know, there's columns, you can put columns on there, the fake columns,
Yeah.
and you can buy them, and they look nice. And that would look better for the neighbors, not just these, and that's why people put up carports, they look ugly. But
But they got the wall.
But if you're gonna spend the money, put a carport in, you know the fake columns, they just wrap around a beam, 4x4 beam, they look like a beautiful column, but they're all plastic. They last forever.
We could do that.
They're not gonna be cheap when you're going up 10 feet, you know, it's not 8 foot, well, unless they are 8 feet, I don't know how high this is. You know how high that is, Mr. Rosengrave, that carport?
It's about 10 feet, yeah.
I mean, that would be my recommendation, instead of these big
Paul's
columns.
in favor of 7 feet.
All right, so the 7, all right, so the
And
top's 11. I didn't
Top
look
is
at it,
10
yeah, so-
against the house.
So the 8 feet is, yeah, those 8 footers are cheap. Not cheap, they're cheap. That would be my recommendation if he's gonna put a carport out there, just for the neighbors. The rest of it, I got one other question. Why didn't you clean up your backyard for the neighbors?
Clean the back, yeah.
Yeah, even though you're working on it, why don't you keep it clean? It looks horrible back there.
Yeah, because it got the flood early this year.
That's my point. That was March.
Yep.
This is September. And it still looks like crap, but no one went back there and cut the lawn and did anything.
I did.
I was just back there the other day. It was horrible.
I told the contractor, he really clean tries.
I get it. Mr. Duca.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. With respect to the letter, there was some communication problem in the beginning. That's been resolved. I find him to be the owner to be a fine gentleman, cooperative, so I just wanted to relay that to the board. We have
And he
no
paid his fines.
problem. And he paid a fine, and so we have no problem. We have other issues. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions?
I
Mr. Rosenberg?
have a question. On the left-hand side of the property, it says proposed garage.
Okay.
I'm thinking if they have a garage, would need a carport.
No, this-
No,
No,
okay,
no, it's the same.
That's,
all right.
someone took it, they're about to take it out.
That's a typo.
You sure?
We had a garage there, which we took off.
Okay.
We forgot to take off the wording.
You sure?
Sure. Originally, that was the plan.
Dave McCarthy did the plans.
There's no garage. So it's not a proposed garage, that's what we should
There'll be new
write.
plans at building permits.
Right.
No, there's not a driveway on that side, right?
No.
No, that's just wetlands.
Grass or something?
Grass.
Grass, that's what's there right now. It's there.
Any questions?
No question.
Any questions? Is there anyone that wants to speak in favor? First call, second call. Counsel, you're up again.
Yeah, and, I'm in favor, with everything they want to do to clean it up. I was down there also, but, I'd like to ask the applicant the same thing as the chairman just talked about. Clean up the backyard. There's a smashed air conditioner that's laying in the driveway. There's an old couch that's covered with a tarp in the driveway. The whole front yard needs to be mowed, all cleaned up, because I've gotten complaints from neighbors. I think you had a dumpster in that driveway for a long time.
Yeah, the contractor.
Yeah, and that was overflowing, and everything was blowing all over it. And I know there's a barrier between that and the rest of the housing right there, but everything was collected, blown out of the dumpster, and it was all over that dead end. So I'd really like that to get taken care of, and then jump in with all this, which will brighten up the whole neighborhood.
Have it cleaned up before he gets the permit, if it gets approved. Counsel.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, may I say one more thing?
Yes.
I think we ought to let the applicant know that he's responsible for everything, not the contractor.
Yeah.
Keep saying that, so.
Yeah, I know. You do understand what he's saying?
Yeah, I understand.
You own the property,
Yep.
so you keep it clean. You clean up the yard, you make the front look nice. If it's not cleaned up and this is approved, you won't get a permit. I'll guarantee you that, because if you does get approved, that would be my motion in there with, if you do get.
Okay.
That place will be cleaned up before permits even thought about.
Okay.
Still, it shouldn't be like that. Construction's construction. a mess is a mess. And really, a lot of people get weighed up here because they need the property mess for the neighborhood. It's not fair to the people that live in that neighborhood. I don't care if you're going through construction. We all did. We all built houses and we all did those things. But you know what? We took care of where we lived while they were building it. You at least took care of your yard. You didn't leave it because some guy was dumping wood on it. You still took care of it. You still took care of your driveway, clean your bushes, right? So you gotta clean up the area, really. There's stuff in the street in front of your street. I know I clean in front of my street when there's stuff in. Someone goes by and falls up their truck, dump goes by to pick up your garbage and drop something in front. I take it up. Don't wait for someone else to do it. That's your job, you live in Quincy. Take care of the property. Is there anyone else want to speak in favor? Last call. I got a letter here from the DPW, review the above referenced project and have no comments. Anyone opposed or undecided? First call, second call, third call closed. I'll be voting in favor as long as that property is cleaned up before.
It looks nice from the outside. It's a shame that it hasn't been cleaned.
Is that 54
Yeah.
Jones?
Back.
Yes.
Back is filthy aside.
And it should, you're doing nice work in there, but you should keep the whole thing clean.
Take care of the front of the house, take care of the side, even during construction.
We just came in on the proposal.
Huh?
Yeah, no, the reason I came is I lived in that house until 8 years ago.
Don't
We lived
treat
there- Yeah, we
Yeah.
lived there for 22 years. And I've been concerned about what's happened to it.
Yeah.
So it was a wonderful house, wonderful place to
Well,
live.
they're taking off the second floor, putting a new second floor on.
They have?
They are.
Oh.
That's what they're here for. They're gonna spend a couple $100,000 on it. So it's gonna be really, really nice when it's done. So why it looks like it is he thinks his contractor's supposed to keep it clean when he's supposed to keep his property clean. Contractor makes a mess. Your job is to go there at night, pick up his wood that he threw out in the street and fell off his truck and went around, and you clean up your property for the contractor, not the other way around. If he don't do it, you gotta do it.
It was the trash from all the storms that was really.
Yeah, it was everything. You know, the dumpster was there, that was hanging out there for a while. Council gets calls all the time, I got a call from the place. They wanna fix it, while we clean the yard first, so. You know, those are the calls I get, heavy calls that I don't wanna get, but,
I never got it.
once in a while. Not to clean my property. Clean my property? Not my property. Don't clean my property, dude.
Okay, I'm agree. I'll vote in favor, subject to the cleanup.
I'm in favor for all subject to cleaning it up, keeping it clean.
During construction too.
I am as well, and you need to stay on top of your contractor, because any contractor that leaves a mess like that is not doing a good job.
Right,
Uh,
exactly.
You know,
You're paying
if the bank came out and saw that site condition the way it is, they would not disperse the funds.
It was
So
a
you,
sign, right?
you need to stay on top of it as well as your contractor. And I'll vote in favor for it, subject to cleaning.
Clean.
Yeah, I put that in
Keep
there.
it clean.
All right. Mr. Chairman, regarding case number Z18-59, Ziling, Zhao, and Tong Nan, right? I didn't do it. Get that right.
Better than me.
For a special permit floodplain variance for an addition, carport, covered porch, and a deck on the premises, number 54 Dover Street. I'd like to make a motion to grant the requested variance finding special permit floodplain, subject to the cleanup of the property before the permit is issued.
Also, the
All-
covers on the carport.
And, right, and the columns will be covered on the carport. Okay?
Seconded?
Second.
On the motion, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? So moved. Motion adjourned.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
On the motion, seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.